Help me help you. Help me help you. What movie is that from? Do you remember that? So, listen, this is your daily motivational morning message. And motivation is a lot like taking a bath, your personal hygiene. You got to do it every day in order to maintain a certain standard. I want you to do that with your mind because your mind is just as, if not even more important than what's happening on the outside. Because the inner root is going to reveal the outer fruit. The outer fruit will reveal the inner root. That's what I meant to say. I'm a little annoyed, right? This is supposed to be a motivational message. I'm annoyed. You know why? Because I keep getting interrupted while I'm doing this and it's a live video. So I have to stop and start and stop and start. And I got annoyed. So, yeah, you can be motivational and annoyed at the same time. How about that? So, listen, what I was talking about was giving yourself permission. Giving yourself permission to take the reins of your life. James Baldwin said, if you are going to make a mistake, make sure that it's yours and not someone else's. More often than not, people are sitting around waiting for someone else to tell them what to do, to give them the permission to do this and to give them the empowerment to do that instead of empowering themselves, instead of giving themselves permission to take ownership of their life, to take 100% responsibility. If I'm going to fail, it's going to be because of me, not because I'm doing what someone else told me to do. If I'm going to make a mistake, it's going to be mine so that I can learn from it and grow. There's nothing worse than taking the guidance of someone else who doesn't know you the way that you know you, of only listening and doing what someone else tells you to do. I'm not saying that people can't give you good information, that they can't give you some guidance, but at the end of the day, the decision has to be yours. And you need to take ownership of it. Instead of being reactive, instead of following someone else's lead, following your own lead, making up your own mind, making your own decision. You can get input, but you got to make your own decision. But I want you to give yourself permission to be bold. Give yourself permission to be courageous. Give yourself permission to strut, to walk all up in your confident way, knowing that you're here to do something special with your life, that you're here to do something that maybe you've never even done before. You got to reach for that. You got to stretch for that. You got to do it with boldness and courage, with conviction and clarity. And you move from those things in the spirit of play. You remember when you were a kid and you would put on the pillowcase and you put on you click it with the safety pin and you fly around the house and the world was your playground. There were absolutely no limitations to what you could do and who you could be. Remember you out, you're playing out on the schoolyard, you're playing out in the field, and you're playing a sport. And in that moment, you are the greatest of all time. Remember you're on the basketball court. Who doesn't do that? 5, 4, 3, 2. And then, if you make it, if you miss it, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3. And then you just keep doing it until it goes in. 3, 2, There's something about that naivete, that childlike quality, that playfulness to life. You don't want to lose touch with that. Don't allow the hits of life to take away your joy. Don't allow some of the obstacles and unexpected events that have turned your world upside down. You've been knocked down to the ground. You've had to get up and knocked down again. You've had to get up. You've been disappointed. You've been let down. You've let yourself down. You've been lied to. You've lied to yourself. You've been betrayed. You've betrayed yourself. You've been hurt. You've been devastated. Your heart's been broken in a million pieces. Don't allow those things to become a permanent record of how you choose to move in this world. Let those things be lessons Take the lessons and embrace the scars that you have accumulated, because scars are what tell the story of an adventurous life. Scars tell the story of risks taken. Scars tell the story of falls that you had to endure. And scars tell the story of healing that's taken place. And a lot of times when you have scars, the skin is a little bit tougher in that area. It's a little bit more resilient in that area. It's a little bit more enduring in that area. It looks different, but it's still a part of you, and it tells that story. And don't allow those things, the setbacks of life, to keep you from moving forward. Don't allow those things to limit your future. I really want you to give yourself permission to step into the full breadth of your greatness. Give yourself permission to be all that you came here to be, because you're here for a reason. You have something to offer. You have value. You have a story to tell. You have experiences that can bring value to other people's lives. And you have skills that you've developed and cultivated. You have the opportunity to learn new skills. You can make a decision that you want to be something completely different right now, today. And no one can take that away from you. I was thinking about a gentleman who ran a very successful auto mechanics shop. And he was known for being a very fair-minded owner and being very good at what he did. And he took this skill set and cultivated it and developed it and serviced the community for over 25 years. His reputation to this day is stellar. And for 25 years, he fixed cars. And people came to him and they referred people to him, and he built up a thriving business. And he never finished college because he started fixing cars and he started getting business, and it took on a life of its own. And so he didn't finish school. He decided later on in life that he was going to go ahead and wrap that college degree up. And one of the core courses that he had to take was a course in biology. And he took the biology course and he realized that he had a passion for biology. And not only did he have a passion for biology, but he had a passion for medicine. And he made a decision after 25 years of running a successful business as a car mechanic that he was going to go to medical school. He gave himself permission to become someone new. And he went home and he talked to his wife and he said, "Listen, honey, I know we have some young kids," because he had kids later in life. And he said, I really feel called. I have to do this. I have to go to medical school. And if I'm able to pull this off, you're going to have to take on some extra burden with the kids because I'm going to be in medical school. And his wife wasn't supportive. And this man made that decision, and he prepared for the MCAT, and he passed the MCAT, and he gained acceptance into medical school, and he went to medical school, and he put in those hours, and he went in and he completed his core coursework, and he completed his core residency, and he's now in the midst of the matching process. I think that's what they call it, where you're going to go and work for a specific hospital, but he's literally doing that right now in real time. I know his wife because we went to school together. It's one of the most incredible stories, inspiring stories. If you just Google Cleveland mechanic goes to medical school to become a doctor, if you Google that, his story will pop up. He gave himself permission to hit the reset button. He gave himself permission to reinvent himself and to do it boldly. He gave himself permission, first and foremost, to run a successful business as a mechanic. And then he gave himself permission to hit the reset button and start out on a whole new path. He didn't consider the difficulty of it. He didn't say that too much time has passed and maybe he's too old to do it. He didn't say the probability of me being able to pull this off is not very high. No, he made a decision. He allowed his imagination, his creativity, and his confidence, his clarity, and his conviction to lead the way. Give yourself permission. You might surprise yourself on where you end up and what you discover and what you do. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the things that you're going to bring forth in 2026. If you got some value, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to this channel, and go ahead and pass this video on. Share it with somebody, because it's a blessing to be a blessing.